bunch of things that changed since between now and then. Or we muted? One sec. We are back
Anita
in
said, "Shut up!"
fine form because my OBS decided to drop all of my audio settings.
It was just us.
Everyone can hear. Yeah, everyone can hear Anita.
Time.
Okay,
Oh,
so we're gonna have to go back. Let's rewind for a sec. Noir, tell us who you are.
Hi, everybody. I'm Noir. My pronouns are he, they. And today we have a very special guest, Austin, part 2 of our legendary meeting. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I love when we just do it live. We're just pretending we didn't do it already. Hi, I'm Austin. Some of you know me as SailorSctAustin. Some of you know me as Austin Taylor. And some of you apparently just call me or Austin. I'm told in chat. My pronouns are he, they, she. I'm a game designer, narrative designer, performer, player, and friend. And then the next line is a lot of things have changed since last time.
The next line is...
I didn't know more the ritual was scripted, did you?
Yeah.
Line.
A lot of things have changed since the last time you were on the show.
Wait. Oh, I missed my cue. Speaking of being a game designer, I wanted to congratulate you on Delos Academy. That Kickstarter, y'all beat the shit out of it.
Yeah, thank you. It was very exciting. I had never been a designer on a Kickstarter. I've been a writer where it's not really my bag. I'll write and then they're like, here's your money, and I'm like, cool, good luck making your money back. I'm out. So it is cool having a Kickstarter under your belt as like a full-on designer. I'm like listed. I like get the emails and people are like, where's my game? And I'm like, things take time to produce. It's not, I don't like have it in my house. It's great. It's
where's
super
my game,
great.
Austin?
Yeah, I already had a lot of perspective because I have a lot of friends who do Kickstarters, and I am just like a patient person, so I've never been the person like in a Kickstarter page like after a week like, where's my next update? Like, I don't like they're making it, I'm sure. I don't know. I've waited. I just got a game code for a game I won't name because I know a lot of people love it, to download on my Switch that I Kickstarted to get on my 3DS. So I never once said, the only complaint I sent was, hey, I didn't get my art book, and they told me I actually didn't back for the art book. I did. I was like, it's really not worth my time to fight with you. I'll take my t-shirt and sweater and be quiet. You're right.
I still haven't gotten the very first Kickstarter I've backed.
It's wild, right? Like, I backed it back. It was like Wild West back when Kickstarter started, and you like, this shit I just never got, and I'm like, well, it's and I still back stuff.
Yeah, I am still waiting. There's an animated tarot deck that was supposed to come out in 2020 before the world blew up.
Mm-hmm.
I backed it back when I was doing one of my very first APs, and I am still waiting for it, and I've had to change my address thrice.
Addresses and Kickstarters, oh my god. I backed a lot of stuff when I was transitioning from living in a house with a lot of roommates to living in an apartment with just my partner. And so I backed stuff and I changed the address to that. And then the production slowdown, life happened, whatever. I don't blame people.
No.
But there's some stuff that they had the deadline to change your address, and then that stuff got delayed, and so it was still going to my old apartment because you couldn't change it.
Oof.
And so I definitely went to that apartment building, pretended I was waiting to see a friend. Someone came out and I was like, oh, I was like, oh yeah, my friend's coming down. I know the elevator doesn't work. Is it cool if I stand in the lobby? Like, oh yeah, sure. And then walked my ass to the mailroom that's always unlocked and took my packages and went home. And I was like, damn, if anyone ever checks this camera, they're like, who the fuck is this person that sneaks into our building, takes packages, and leaves? I was like, I could never get caught there because someone's be like, hey, I have no proof because the packages come home and I open them and I throw them away. I just looks like I'm stealing shit. Because I leave, I just walk out the door.
You playing that game on hard mode, being black, buddy.
I always go when no one's in the office. I go after 5 o'clock. Like,
You just go with a high vis and a clipboard. You can get anywhere.
That's not true.
That's true. That just means someone's gonna grab a camera and turn it on.
Just
You.
need the wrong carrot at the right place to fuck up your day.
Fair enough. Valid.
We can't barbecue at the beach. What makes you think a clipboard will save us?
Or a high vis vest.
it just makes someone want to not talk to me because they'll assume I'm trying to get signatures to make money. They just, like, for some reason, it's like, white soccer mom has a petition to sign. Everyone wants to sign it. I have a petition to sign, and people assume I am just trying to get money. What's the difference?
So getting back on slight track a little bit. I mean, the Deimos Academy, again, it did really well. And everything that I've heard about the Kickstarter and the process, like, there's real legitimate hype around this. Now, I don't think that Deimos Academy was your first game. But is it fair to say that this might be your biggest game that you've worked on current or thus far?
It is definitely the biggest thing I have worked on that has seen the light of day.
Oh, that sounds like there's some tasty morsels happening. I don't know about what's going on.
I have a few. Okay, I have one thing I don't know if I can talk about.
That NDA life, baby.
It's not even an NDA. I think it's just, like, still so early. But I was, like, asked to write on a thing that would be like 30,000 plus words. So that would be my biggest thing.
Nice.
Whenever that shakes out, like, if it shakes out still. The two things I'm working on now that are, like, maybe tied, because I'm a designer for Kids in Capes.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's going on. And then I got contracted on to be a writer for MCDM for their recent thing.
Okay.
And so, like, MCDM's thing, like, I'm not, like, I wasn't, like, billed for it, or, like, you know, like, in the Kickstarter, like, I asked after. But I know the Kickstarter made, like, 2 million? And, like, I know the kid system is just, like, big and it's popular. I don't know how big Kids and Capes will be because it's not out or, like, in that stage yet. But I feel like those two, in terms of, like, what I'm doing right now, are, like, they're both pretty, like, hefty stuff to be working on. They're both, like, they're both household names if you play games. Like, if you play TTRPGs, you, like, know those two.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to the Kids on Cape system. Mm-hmm. I love Masks, but that's a little bit more narrative focused for me.
Yes. Hey, everyone, I don't know. Mask is just okay. It's fine. You can say it. Mask, I'll say it. It's just okay. It's fine. But sometimes I don't want to talk about how I feel about being a superhero. Sometimes I want to, like, throw a car and feel like I threw a car, and not like your danger goes up 1 and your mundane goes down. Like, it's fine. I also have a hard time, like, I was running a mass home game, and it definitely starts
to, like, of the game systems of all time.
Yes. Like, Mass definitely falls apart if you play it for more than, like, 2 months. I was running a home game. We made it to, like, month 4 or 5, and it's like, there's still, like, all this story that I've built for people's characters. But, like, statistically, it's like, well, I can keep making your stats bad. You know, after, like, they lock in so many things, they, like, do their moment of truth. It's like, well, what are we doing here? Uh,
What did I unleash?
sorry. I have nothing against PBTA or mass. I think it's a fun system. I think it's fun to do. I think it's great for shorter, like if you want to do like something narrative for an AP, I think it's great for an AP because there's not a lot to know, and so it's very good for like performing because there's not like much going on to the point where like you cannot really mention labels and stuff and just run it as a story. I like it for shorter, like I said, 1 to 2 month things at home. If summer, you want to run something for the summer, mass is great. But I think if you want to do something that is longer and to feel like you're doing something, mask is rough because like I have a hard time with like you got hurt, but like there's nothing to show that besides like you are insecure. And it's like, yeah, but I also got like punched through 4 buildings. So I'm excited about some of the stuff we're doing, Kids in Capes. I voluntold myself and everyone else that I would add in more physical ways to track getting hurt, like in terms of how you fight and getting hurt and stats and stuff. So like I think it'll be good. We'll see what people think, right? But I'm excited to give people something that isn't necessarily fully crunchy, but also something that is not like playing any other PBTA teen superhero game.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I was like. You put into words everything like I was kind of hesitant to say.
We've all said it now. Chat saying it. We're all free. We're free, everybody. Again, I need to stress I am not here to yuck your yum. If Mask is your favorite game, I love that for you, and I hope you get to play Mask every single day of your life because that's what you deserve. But the rest of us are free.
Mask is my favorite game, but like everything that you said is absolutely true, which is like Mask could use more crunch. It's a little too creamy. And that's why I was so excited to hear that it's being brought to the kid system, because the kid system has what I feel is the perfect amount of crunch for something like this, where it's just like, if you want to pick up a semi truck and throw it at somebody, you can conceivably succeed or fail, and that adds to the story. Where in Mass, it's kind of hard to fail, and if you do fail, I mean, it attacks your emotions more than it factors into the battle, which
yeah. Some of the comments from chat. AJ, I'm insecure, but Noir broke my arm.
Brings it up every chance it gets. Yes, you got a little digged up in my world.
Metazoa, you're insecure. Yeah, I guess there's a part of me that's not securely in place now that I've gone through a building. A building drops on me from Scholastic Rock. Building drops on me. I'm so angry right now.
It's like, I get it. We all loved Young Justice Season 1. It's okay, we can grow, we can move on.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just so, yeah, I do not want to, I will. So you found me last time I was on you talking about chickadees, and this time brought up Mask, and it opened up my other third eye. The last thing, sometimes I want to be a superhero, not be an angsty teen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a new section of the show called just roast that system. Like, what system could use it? And it's like all roast. It's out of good fun, but like I feel like we got a lot off our chest just now.
I felt like
Sometimes
I
you just gotta get it
from
out.
you.
You know what, Austin, you're right. I feel free. Like, I feel like Mask had a hold on us, and we just shook it loose. I kind of want to see what other systems out there need to be roasted.
I feel like it's this fear of like being in games and being so deeply ingrained in games. Like we have a hard time roasting things that aren't 5e because 5e sucks up so much air. And you know, we all love. I love D&D. I fucking play a bunch of D&D, and I play a bunch of other things that are on 5e systems. And so we are worried about like, oh, but if I roast this like other system, everyone's gonna go play D&D. Listen, I can like I'll still Mass is great. It's beautifully designed. I wouldn't have been able to conceptualize the things I'm doing if Mass didn't exist. Still got some fucking problems. I'll roast anybody. But I think there's a fear of like, if I roast these other rules light systems, that someone's gonna come for me and be like, oh, you just want to play 5e. No, I just don't want to play Mass. I don't get off my back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like what system do I kind of passionately want to roast? Like,
Is it the
I know
Marvel
you got it in there. Oh boy! Oh man! Okay, listen, listen. Don't make me do that one.
Oh.
There's a rant in there, I know.
It could have been so okay. So
I'm holding it because that's the one. That's the one.
It could have been so
the 616
good.
die.
I think even
they
the
really
novelty.
were like, let's do a D616 system. Are you fucking kidding?
Listen, the charts. The charts, I've seen better charts from rough drafts of 80s games.
Like GURPS had better charts.
And I get it. We saw
the lore drop in chat for the rant.
Yes, CJ, the D616 system.
Oh
are you not aware? Are you not aware?
Movement speeds like 28.6. I gotta fucking break out a computer to see how fast I can move. I gotta do trigonometry to figure out if I can outrun somebody. What the fuck is
also,
going
don't
on?
forget, you have to pay for the playtest.
Yes. A paid playtest. Oh, don't forget that.
A pay test.
Isn't Captain Marvel and fucking like Spider-Man in the same character trope? In their system, or is it Iron Man? It's someone it's like Captain Marvel, and also this kid who can jump from buildings.
I really wish I understood the system enough to be able to put that together. Listen, I've been playing TTRPGs since I was 14 years old. I cracked that play test open, and I felt like I was back at the FATs. I cracked that play test open. It just filled out C for everything. I fucking panicked. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Spider-Man,
Iron Man, and Captain Marvel are all in the polymath category.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. They're all the same kind of character. What do you mean? What do you? Wait, don't worry. There's a genius category. That's not what Iron Man is.
I hate this so much.
You mean the billionaire genius playboy philanthropist is not in the genius category?
Listen, it's in his fucking. It'll be like the billionaire playboy philanthropist genius. Polymath. What?
They're just gonna dub. They're gonna dub that Avengers line just polymath.
Yeah.
Like the bad cable TV dubbing for.
Like,
yes.
Listen. I don't know how you fumble that so hard. Like, to get a critical, you have to roll a 6, a 1, and a 6 on those specific dice. So if you just roll 3 dice and you didn't roll a 1 on the Marvel dice, it's not a crit. What? It's like there's like 3 levels of critical. Like one that you'll never fucking get. Another one that's like kind of, I don't understand the system. It's really, And all I want is a Marvel TTRPG.
I wanted it so bad. I was so excited.
Like, I'm never gonna touch this. I'm never gonna touch this. I don't want to play this. And I'm hoping they take the feedback from this playtest, which is
make a new game. The feedback is try again. We're not buying it.
Here's the feedback. Do it again.
It's just so. And the thing that gets me is like, I don't know what that room is like, right? Like, we know there's one designer. Is it just one guy? That's a lot. We know Marvel. We know from comic creators who have been candid, like Marvel is a very demanding master. They're like, you have to do this, you have to do that. And I'm like, did Marvel just be like, hey, we want to mostly sell a poster, so put 616 on it, and their fucking stats spell Marvel, like.
Yeah, don't forget the stats spell Marvel.
But it doesn't. It feels like they put all of that in. They're like, also it has to be a game, and they're like, oh, and they wrote some numbers down.
It feels like a game. All due respect to everybody who took part in this, and created it. It feels like there was so much intervention in this because it's. Listen. I'm not smart. But I can still figure out most systems. You've got a game designer here, so you can. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't make any sense. I looked at it. I looked at it, and I was like, I don't understand. Two, the barrier to entry is like, have you been playing games for like 15 years? No, you're not. This is gonna look terrible to you. 3, I don't know what I play this game for.
Yeah. So, might, agility, resilience, vigilance, ego, and logic.
What does that even mean? What are those?
Might is strength, agility is dex, resilience is con, vigilance is wisdom?
Maybe.
Ego is charisma, and logic is intelligence?
That makes the most sense. But why do you have ego and logic? What, and we're fucking Sigmund Freud now? Like, what are we doing here? What are you talking about?
Let's have a look real quick. I'm looking up the writing team for this. I want to see who we need to roast.
Oh, we don't need to embarrass people by name. Like we've gone hard. We've gone a little. Like, and the thing is, like, no, there's not anybody in existence that does not want this Marvel TTRPG to be good. Like, everybody wants this to be good, and I think that's why it's so laughably frustrating, because it's just like, let's be honest, if it was subpar but understandable, it would still sell like gangbusters. But the fact that it's subpar and utterly baffling, like, I want to play it, I just can't. Yeah. Like, I literally can't.
I couldn't figure out how to make a character. And the playtest only gives you stuff for like fighting, and then some like, is it only a tactical fighting game? Which doesn't feel like what they would try and sell with their brand now. I'm like, people want to like role play, like the game world has moved so heavy into like also wanting to role play. I'm like, there's no role play rules. I get it's a playtest, but that's the hard part of like, we don't understand what's happening and what you want us to do with this game. And I think the thing that's so frustrating is like, it was very much released and then mum's the word. Like, they didn't say we don't know anything. We don't know what to do. There wasn't even like here's like the design team doing like a run through, you know?
Right. If I feel like if there was some sort of media that went along with it, like, and you can watch us play, like, but okay, Narnia's pants killed me just now. Honestly, we gave up on the stats for like 90% of the game. Role play because the mechanics just bullied us. Like, that's the thing. It feels like this game is making fun of you for not understanding it.
So, okay, because we don't need to name and shame people. But my brain, my ADHD brain, made me want to like actually like do a sort of a deep dive on who this writing team was. I
Mhm.
looked it up, and the only thing that I could find about two of the writers is a Reddit post that says, "Who are these people? They were given design credits for the D616 system, but I can't find any mention of them on the internet or any other design credits. Who are they?"
Mm.
Mm.
And the main writer that I was able to find, again, not naming names, wrote back in the 90s, so that makes sense.
Mm.
Did additional writing for Tales from the Loop, but prior to that had a TTRPG writing credit since '99.
I mean, and the thing is, like, the original Marvel TTRPG was pretty solid. Like, I feel like if they would have just brought that back,
Mhm.
we. But anyway, we've gone a little hard.
We've gone into the weeds
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, it's we'll see what the full game looks like. That's all I can say is it's technically not done, so I will say final judgment for when it's done.
Yeah, that was. I'm looking forward to kids with kids. Looking forward to, really looking forward to kids with
Ooh-wee.
kids. This whole episode could be a commercial for kids with kids. I just want to play a superhero. What the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know why it's so hard to get that.
I mean,
What is hard to what do we think is hard to capture about like being a superhero that like games feel like they struggle with?
I feel like with superheroes, there's a number of tropes that don't lend themselves well to be like to playing at a table.
Mhm.
Like, one of the major tropes, well, not so much anymore thanks to the MCU, but one of the major tropes of superheroes for the longest time was the whole aspect of this the secret identity. And I think that's one of the things that Mass tried to bring to the table, but kinda, which is like the aspect of balancing, being Peter Parker versus Spider-Man. Like, that's a good core of the part of Spider-Man that appeals to us, which is like Peter Parker has a very important job interview or date at 4 p.m. and it's 3:47 and Doc Ock is attacking. Like that, like, the choice he's going to make, and that lends to what we appreciate about Peter Parker. But how do you bring like that to the table? Like, that's the challenge of it. Because you're playing with like a couple of people, and so like, not everybody's gonna play the Peter Parker-ish type character archetype. You might have like somebody that's playing a Tony Stark, that Tony Stark is Iron Man, or the X-Men are the X-Men. So like they don't have to worry about that aspect as much. They have their own problems. And bringing that all together is a little bit, I think, challenging for game designers. And I really pray that somebody gets that, because I think that would lead to some really important story beats.
Yeah, I think it's this issue too of like the thing that's exciting about superheroes is being the main character.
Yeah.
And that's what we like about when we play like a superhero video game, because it's just you playing. Or if it's like the Marvel Avengers game, like you're playing with like a bunch of people, but like you're watching your hero like do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's hard to make a space to make an OC to be like the main character, and also That's what I'm looking for. And also like you want to spotlight everyone, which is like what you do in a TTRPG anyway, as a GM. But everyone can't have their origin story at the table. Like you have to, that's already happened. Everyone can't I think too many games try and do all of it.
Yeah.
So like Mask is like you like what, I think you've done like one mission together or something. Like you're already a team. Like they get over that.
Yeah.
But that's still, of your session one is like essentially when you character build, like you do your session, like you do your whole origin story anyway. And so I don't know, maybe it's coming at it from like a X-Men bend of like the X-Men are the X-Men. There's not much to tell there. I don't know if it's like, I don't know what you do, but it's definitely finding a way to like make everyone feel like they're the main character is tough.
Yeah.
In a teach, like you can't design that into the game.
You almost, if it was something that you were doing, like say an AP of, you would almost need to do like a group episode, and then like a team up episode where there's maybe like one or two, when there's maybe like two players, or do like a one-on-one session as like a one shot of that character's arc as well.
Like I tried something in a Mask game where anytime it was like a massive failure, it resulted in something from a character's personal life kind of popping up in whatever scenario they were in. So like if they're in the middle of a fight and they roll a crit, well, like their best friend is there, like, you know, just to kind of add some spice to it. But it's like, I think you're right. It's trying to juggle doing everything all at once, because there's like, we've been inundated with so much superhero content that there's an endless number of tropes that I think to some extent that we all want to replicate or play at the table, and it's just so much for a designer to try and have to quantify.
Yeah, like how do you think about like if someone wants to come to him like, I want to be Wanda in WandaVision, and then someone else is like, I'm just trying to be like Peter Parker in the 1990 Spider-Man cartoon, and so on. Like it's so much to try, and I think that's the issue, and I think that's what I've tried to, not to control kids and capes, what I've tried to not do for kids and capes is like, there's a bunch of superhero shit. All I'm here to do is give you some numbers, and you have to use your imagination station for the rest. I think that's one of the like the highs and lows of Mask are like the same, of like they just give you all the tropes to play with between all of the various playbooks they've made. They're like, you want to be that trope, here's that trope. But then I think it's like when you get into playing it, like I feel like Mask sessions I've played end up being longer because it's so much role playing, and there's like, well, the doomed is like literally a ticking clock. Like eventually something comes and is going to get you. That's like the whole playbook. And then like the protege is like trying to become Batman, and like there's so many like things to throw into the pot, and that's a lot actually to juggle as a GM.
I was just gonna say, just imagine trying to quantify the Flash alone. Like the Flash as he's presented in DC, try to game design that. It's impossible.
Exactly. Like what do you do for that? What do you do for like a speedster? And it's like, I think the way to get around it is like I don't know if I can talk about this, but they're probably not in chat. But like peeking back a little bit, like kids and capes, like I don't put a power down for that's your power. I give you numbers, and if you want to be at speedster, that's between you, God, and your GM to figure out what that looks like. But here is like adding numbers to your superpower die, adding number to your might roll, or whatever it is you want to quantify is like, this is how I'm a speedster, instead of trying to give someone like
giving yourself that D20 in flight.
Yeah, right? Like instead of giving someone like I'm a polymath character, my type is speedster, like, okay, what is your speed is 42 point, like how do you can't quantify that when you're someone
I have to
who's
look
like,
at this handy dandy chart.
Right. Like, you're like, well, I can run fast enough to move backwards through time and space. I can't gamify that for you. There's no numbers for I cannot give you anything that feels like doing that, and there's no way to scale that with someone who is like, I can get punched really hard and get up.
Yeah.
I think the other hard-hitting thing is like people think about like, I want to be the Hulk, and it's like, okay, well the Hulk realistically is like an NPC because like I can't like making challenges for that will get boring if every session is like the world's ending.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to get stronger as I get angrier. Like
That's why you don't give the Hulk things to do. You give Bruce Banner things to do.
Exactly, but then people, man, and so I think that's the problem with like superhero stuff is like people want to like do end game, and it's like that's cool. I can't gamify end game for you because that would be maybe a month-long campaign of this like huge battle, and then it's over because anything after that's gonna feel not satisfying.
Yeah. I mean, I love kind of taking a step back and looking at looking at the difficulties of designing some of the things that like we love though. I mean, because a bit ago, I was like, if you try and quantify the Flash, it's impossible. But like, the more I think about it, if you kind of try and quantify any of these characters, it's nuts. Like Spider-Man, Superman. Like, I mean, how do you play Superman at the table? Like that's and that's the antithesis of what you want at the table. You don't want Superman at your table because if you have him, then what's the point of everybody else?
Like, how do you quantify even just fucking like Batman, Bruce Wayne? Like, what do I do with your thing is you can always solve what's happening. How do I, as a GM and a designer who's thinking about like, how can players be happy? How can GM be happy? How do I gamify that for you in a way that's satisfying where it's like, you will always figure out what's going on. There will never be a secret from you. Like, well, now what? Now what do we do?
Holy smokes. I guess another question would be, what would you say is as hard as superheroes? Like, what other genre is as difficult as this? I think superheroes might be the toughest one, which is why we don't have like the system for it.
I think that'd be it, because I'm like, for whatever reason, it's the fact that superheroes exist in a world we can recognize. Like when it's like magic, it's like, I mean, I don't, for some reason, like magic is in that like category of like fantasy. Yeah. And superheroes exist in that category of like sci-fi, which always some reason feels harder. And I don't know, but they're not like Star Trek or Star Wars where it's like, well, that's essentially, that's like fake. But when you have like Batman existing in fake New York or Spider-Man swinging around real New York, you're like, well, I can go to that building. And I think it just makes it like harder because they've done so much from like when I was a kid growing up to now with like the MCU of like making it feel like real. You're like, I could at this point in my life picture Spider-Man and not freaking out.
Yeah, like, you know, I know that for a fact for me because like I watched there's one of these Disney parks where they have like a animatronic Spider-Man like swing from one building to the other one, and like the first time I watched it, I was just like, yeah, I could see that. Like it just kind of makes sense to our brains now. Oh man, that's pretty freaking dope.
Some ideas from chat for systems that'd be difficult to create. We've got magical girls, mystery or detective. Gumshoe does a pretty good job of mysteries.
Yeah. And as for magical girl, there's actually
there's a couple.
there's a couple of magical girl systems out, and there is something called Anime 5e, which I highly recommend everybody checks it out. They have all all of your favorite anime tropes. You've got your magical girl, you've got your monster collector, you've got your what's it called when you end up in another world that's not your own. They got that
Isekai.
one. Isekai, yeah. They have everything. So Anime 5e, highly recommend checking it out. It's really cool, and I really want to play it.
The Wizard of Oz is an isekai.
It's not. That's a factual statement. Wizard of Oz is an isekai.
It's true.
I'm sorry. I'm just
the newest Pokemon's an isekai. I'm trying to think of other ones. I mean, in some ways, the newest
Alice in Wonderland is an isekai.
Alice
it's
in
true.
Wonderland. It happens a lot. It's a very common trope.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably the one that happens the most in like all types of media.
Life on Mars.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining Dorothy going to like the Wizard of Oz and learning how to bankai. Bankai. She's got like
Help a tornado came
Chronicles
in
of
and dropped my house
Narnia
and
is an
spending
isekai, right, Drax?
I hate this so much. I hate this so much.
So accurate and controversial.
Is Jane Foster's Thor a magical girl?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say so. Thor is a magical girl because
Thor
if Odin's son doesn't have the power of Thor, he's just Odin's son. So
yeah, so
He-Man's a magical girl. That's been pretty established.
Mm-hmm. She-Ra as well, obviously. Stranger Things is technically an isekai when they go to the Upside Down.
That's true. Not even technically, it's just like full on at this point. What? I'm trying to think. Would Never Ending Story be a reverse isekai? Because things from the world come to him. Page Master's an isekai.
Page Master is definitely an isekai.
He's like this. I don't know why they're doing this to us right now, audience.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you thought it would happen when I came back. So you invited me here.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining Thor going through the Sailor Moon transformation.
I'm sure someone has animated it at some point.
I'm sure that exists already.
No. Hold on. Well, let's find out. Let's see. Thor Sailor Moon transformation.
Yeah, Sailor Thor from 2014.
It's not even that old.
Are we an isekai? Now my brain hurts. Why would you do this to me, Arathos?
Is this real?
Dante's Inferno is the very first isekai.
Is it the first? I don't know if it'd be the first. I don't know enough about things like
about
what goes on in
literature.
I feel like the story of Jonah and the Whale might be the first.
Jonah and the Whale. What about like? I don't know enough about like Tales of Gilgamesh. If anything happens there.
Well, if you think about it, I feel like the story of Adam and Eve is the first. It's kind of they were in heaven, then they got kicked out.
Just trying to get home.
we going to Double Hill.
How would I do Kingdom Hearts as a TTRPG? Okay. So
besides the storyline, you can follow.
I was gonna say the first thing you do is you make a dice system, and then every session you change the dice system entirely. You don't explain it. You just in the book for the GM's hand guide. It's like first dice system is this full D20 set. Next time D6s. Don't tell them why. Also now it's turn based instead of.
Sorry, now it's card based.
Now it's card based.
You have to use a tarot card system.
Someone takes out a tail card. No, use a D6. What? Yeah, it's a D6 now. Wait, I thought we just said it was card. No.
My character's name is this now.
Sorry,
oh,
now
so
it's
you're
a
playing
solo
a new
journal.
character? No, it's still the same character, but I look different and my name's different. That doesn't make any sense. When my character looks different
I'm an
and my name is
otherworld
different
reflection
again.
of this character, and really, I'm this character's soul, and or I'm the body that's left over after the soul's been taken from the body. That's my character.
familiar is Donald Duck.
Dump Legos in front of your players for a second. I hope you're all ready for today's game. What the fuck is going on?
You rolled the D10 of swords.
This session, we're using action figures.
Oh, did you roll a 7 on the D20? Well, we all know what that means. And then everybody walks out.
This section of the game is a LARP. So get your costumes ready. We're gonna do Rochambeau to further the rules.
This session, we're gonna garden.
Why not?
Did you water the roses? Well, everyone get inside. Get out your D10s.
You rolled 4 of hearts. It's not enough to stop the darkness.
I don't know how to actually gamify Kingdom Hearts. I think Kingdom Hearts would have to be crunchy. It would be, which I feel like would be to the dismay of a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans, because I feel like the heart of the game is very deep and story. But I think Kingdom Hearts would be an extremely crunchy game. There would be charts, there would be percentages, it would be a whole fucking thing, and I think no one wouldn't. By the time you got to making a character, you'd be sad.
Honestly, just play kids on bikes.
Play kids on bikes,
or kids on brooms. That's
just reflavor it to however you want.
But talk about another. Kingdom Hearts is to video games what the Marvel TTRPG system.
They're gonna find you for that. Yo, Kingdom Hearts fans gonna get you for that one. They're gonna find you.
Listen. Kingdom Hearts had. I'm about to get in trouble, so hold on. Let me just. Y'all might want to step back because I'm about to bring some heat. Kingdom Hearts had one good game. And y'all got overhyped about it.
Here we go. Y'all get them.
About it.
I need it on the record. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Kingdom Hearts 2 was a good game. Every other Kingdom Hearts game makes no goddamn sense. And they remixed 2 so many times. It's like it's like Ignition. Nobody remembers the original Ignition. We all just know the remix.
Somebody better clip Noir saying that. You're right. Absolutely. Get that on the record. I need it. Please clip me on the record saying that I did not give my official Kingdom Hearts opinion one way or the other.
Kingdom Hearts is the most overrated, overblown franchise I've ever seen in my entire life, and I'm not sorry for saying it. Kingdom Hearts 2 was a good game, and then what? Listen, if I counted like Kingdom Hearts counts, it would take me 10 years to get to 10. 1, 2, 2.5, 2.25, 2 Dream Distance, 2 Itty Bitty Mighty Mo, 2 Knock Knock Knock, Who's on the Door, 2 Duck Duck Goose, 2.
Listen, I will
don't forget
say
the weird X symbol that's supposed to be pronounced T.
No. They do that?
Yeah, it's like the math X, but it's pronounced key.
No.
Because, keyblades.
Oh no. Listen, okay, so I will say this. Kingdom Hearts getting away with releasing I couldn't tell you how many games.
Yeah, it's the Greek character. You're right, Metazoa.
I'm not. Listen, no.
I had to get some coffee to recharge on this bullshit.
Kingdom Hearts getting away with
making 50-11 remixes.
What they did in between 2 and 3, I can understand their logic they gave us when 3 was almost ready. Of like, well, we don't want to release 3 until this happens, but I think they really could have just like and maybe it's they didn't have foresight, right? Like hindsight's 2020. But when they did 1 and 2 and then realized they had all this narrative they wanted to tell in between 2 and 3, maybe they should have, like, when they were releasing 100 remixes, been like, no, so I know you're gonna poo-poo us, but it's Kingdom Hearts, and then rename 2, and one other re-release of Kingdom Hearts.
Got prequels and sequels and like,
you know what? And I think
in-betweeners.
As a narrative writer, I think I get you have so much you want to tell, but you usually don't get away with it. Usually there's like something you don't get to say, and it's like in your head, right? Like there's stuff like in my head about things that I've written for like NPC guides I've did, or like quick starts that it's just in my brain. I wrote for Brinkwood, and I had like a whole world story. I wanted to change the way the vampires worked. I didn't get that. I had a word count. And the fact that Kingdom Hearts said, fuck that, and released and did like all, you could have just made like find a company, animate it. I don't know, like make a movie.
Listen to me. This Kingdom Hearts 2 had a ending, a good ending, a secret ending, and then it had a bunch of games that you had to go and play to understand Kingdom Hearts 3. If you look me in my eye and tell me that you understood what the fuck was happening in Kingdom Hearts 3, no, you didn't, you fucking liar. Like, nobody knows what the hell is going on because none of us took the coursework. When I played Kingdom Hearts 2, I didn't know I need to take out a loan for tuition to fucking follow a 4-year course to understand what happens in Kingdom Hearts. Like, listen, it's not a foreign concept for a game to have auxiliary titles. God of War had a bunch of PSP games, but you know what? You didn't have to play them to understand what the fuck was happening.
Well, that's because
from God of War 1 to God of War 2.
Yeah, but that's because the plot of God of War is Kratos destroys everything. That is the plot.
What is the plot of Kingdom Hearts? Can somebody tell me?
The plot of Kingdom Hearts.
Flowchart.
The plot of Kingdom Hearts is love is the answer. I'm just gonna listen. I haven't played a fucking Kingdom. Listen, I don't need to play a fucking Kingdom Hearts game. I've take enough media. I see the trailers. I get I get the theme. I get it.
Kingdom Hearts is what happens when the GM doesn't actually prep for any of the games and just like wings it the whole time. And the players are like, well, that's not inconsistent with that. And then the GM's like, well, no, it's actually consistent because of this thing that's happening over here that's happening in the background for this to affect this, and that's why this is. But really, they're just making this shit up the whole fucking time.
I need everyone to know, if I ever GM for you and you question me like that, I'm just gonna have like a god smack you. Don't question. What do you mean? It's inconsistent. You're inconsistent. Not you. I'm in. You shush. You shush.
I'm about to perfectly describe Kingdom Hearts to y'all. And you know what? I understand that I've made enemies today, and I'm fine with that. But here's what Kingdom Hearts is. Kingdom Hearts is a gaming group, right? Where they had a GM that was like, I've got this really cool campaign idea. It's gonna be dope. So they did they ran the first game, and everybody was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I can't wait to see what happens. Then they ran the second game. It was like, oh my God, this is great. And they were like, we can't wait to run the third game. He's just like, listen, my like, things are getting busy for me. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be able to run the next game. But if you guys want, you can do some one shots in the world, and that'd be cool. And they were like, oh, okay, cool. And so a player starts to GM that game, and they're like, hey, would it be cool if I made the villain like a little older in this one? It's like, oh, cool, that's great. And then they did that one shot. And then another player's like, oh, I want to do a one shot in this world. Would it be cool if I made like Sora like blonde and like kind of heartless? Like, you know what? Can I like turn him into like one of the villain things? And they're like, oh, that's crazy. That's a good idea. Let's do it. And like each player got a turn doing some weird shit. And then the GM comes back, and it's just like, all right, I took a vacation off of work. I'm ready to run the third game. Let me catch up on all the notes and see what happened. All right, we can make this make sense. Okay. And that's Kingdom Hearts.
I have one last Kingdom Hearts thing. I want to know from Kingdom Hearts fans, does it feel like they spit in your cake? The fact that they're like, 3 is going to take us like 400 years, but 4 will be out in 5.
Wait, there's supposed to be a Kingdom Hearts 4? We're not free? It's not
No,
over?
absolutely
No, there's
not.
Kingdom Hearts 4. They released a teaser for it.
Yeah, the teaser for it is Sora's in the real world. Now Sora's a real boy. He has real feet and everything.
Sora's a real
They're
boy.
normal size. He has normal size feet and he's fighting a giant monster in Tokyo.
I thought it was over.
And it's like 4K graphics. It's
No,
really
that-
Uncanny
It
Valley.
looks really good. I'm a fan.
It looks, the
I thought it was
graphics look great, but it's Uncanny Valley because Sora's a real boy.
I thought we were free.
No, we're never free.
Sora feet now exist on the internet, and they did that.
Let me. I didn't see. I thought it was. Listen. When I say I thought we were free, I truly meant it.
I am shocked that you think that.
I hate Kingdom Hearts. Look, I love Kingdom Hearts 2 with my entire chest, but I hate this franchise. I hate Kingdom Hearts just a little bit more than I hate the Transformers franchise. Movies. The Michael Bay movies. Like, I hate those. I want this to be done. I'm sorry, I'm checking out this Kingdom. Oh my God. Yeah. What the
Yeah.
No, come. What is this?
You got a little bit to watch it. There was something that I forgot to mention off the top of the show is that we're actually sponsored this episode by Metal Weave Games. They have a Kickstarter right now running for Libations, which is a series of beautifully illustrated cocktails and drinks to add a little bit of flavor to your game. Not really presented as mechanics, but just presented as cool little narrative focuses. Let me just do it quick. There we go. So they've got 4 days left on their Kickstarter, so back it now or don't back it at all. But I'm sure that they'll probably have some backer kit things going forth after the fact. But it was funded in the first day, and they've already hit stretch goals, so head over there. How you doing, Noir?
I thought we were free.
You're not free.
I thought it
You're
was
never
over.
free. Are you kidding me? You're never. Look in my eyes. You will never be free.
Why is he in the city?
We don't know. Bold of you to think Mickey Mouse would let them stop making something that makes money.
Didn't everybody hate Kingdom Hearts 3? I thought y'all finally saw the light and joined me.
No? We'll never join you, Noir.
Like, and the thing that really upsets me about Kingdom Hearts is that it looks awesome. Like, this looks awesome.
Yeah.
I
Cities
I
it is
hate
called
it, though.
Quadratum.
Why? Why not just make it? If it's a real city, just say it's a real city.
Because the
That's
mouse.
why DC is. That's why DC is not as cool as Marvel to me.
Can we talk about how DC shit falls apart when you watch Injustice and they have it be the United States except for their like 3 fake cities?
Yes, exactly. Just call Gotham Chicago, call Metropolis New York. Let's just get it on.
Like you got, and then like the distances are weird because it's like, because they talk about at one point they're like they go to Dakota, Static, and like where places exist in terms of what fake city it's supposed to be don't make sense, and it really falls apart when they zoom out and it's like the American map. I'm like, okay, wait, you can't have it all, right? Anyway, I won't start on that just yet.
I think we've got more rants to come in the second half of our show, but we're gonna take a quick
What? Oh, okay, yeah.
a quick break here so that Noir can process what they've seen today.
Yeah.
But speaking of libations, as mentioned previously, we've got some promo for them. So watch that and then our promo videos, and we'll be right back afterwards. See you in a sec.
See you.
And we're back. Hello. We figured you didn't want to watch the Best of Morning Ritual twice in a row, so, you know, we decided that we'd bring you back a little early.
Hey, how's it
I'm
going?
sorry, I just read chat. Garlic ass?
Wait,
Oh,
what?
it's something in the Best of Morning Ritual promo.
Oh, okay.
Noir says, you show me an ass that tastes like garlic bread and I'm eating it all day, or something like that, I think was the
Oh,
quote.
okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay.
I need the Noir screaming, let's fucking go as a ringtone. If I were in a place and somebody had that as a ringtone, I would panic. Welcome back to the second half, which is Dark Roast. I feel like the first half was just a regular roast in a way that we haven't roasted things before, so that was fun. But before we get into like Dark Roast territory, we've got some ground to cover. We've got a very important question that we ask every guest here, and I believe we may have asked you on your first appearance. But we're gonna ask again just in case there's been any changes. This is crucial. Now, you see, there is a war in the TTRPG community, right? Between those of us who feel as though dice don't belong in your mouth. They're like choking hazards. They can damage your teeth. Don't do it, right? And then there are those of us that feel as though dice are the forbidden candies, that you should lob them in your mouth and nom nom nom, crunch to your heart's content. And then there's a third group of fucking cowards who feel as though making a decision is too hard and they don't want to do that. They don't want to commit. And these are the crotch responsibly people. Now, there have been some factions created since your last visit here, but they fall under subsects of Stop the Crotch and Crotch. And I'm sure I'm going to get shit for describing it this way, but we're going to keep it to the main three factions right now.
We're not going to do just die.
No, we're keeping it to the three. We're just gonna keep it to the three.
Kappa, let them die.
So, that being the case, Austin, what side of this war are you on?
I am still on Crunch. There's a gif of me from this very show with a die in my mouth as you tell me to take it out.
There's always the chance for growth.
No,
right?
Absolutely not. I will eat dice while playing Kingdom Hearts Recoded, thank you.
I know how vampires feel in the sunlight. That repelled me. I physically had to move.
You flinched.
Ugh. Ugh. Oh. Recoded? What does that even mean?
You would know if you just play Kingdom Hearts Noir.
I played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I shouldn't have to sign up for a 4-year degree program to understand Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh.
Kingdom Hearts Recoded is a full remake of Kingdom Hearts Coded, which was released on the Nintendo DS.
You know what? Here, because We're doing it. We're doing this. I'm gonna read a full list of the Kingdom Hearts games, so y'all can see how stupid this is. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts Coded, Kingdom Hearts Mobile, Kingdom Hearts 358/2 days.
It's over 2 days.
Over 2 days. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance, Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 remix, Kingdom Hearts X, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 remix, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 final chapter prologue, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes, and
I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you so much. This shit is ridiculous. Don't act like that's not ridiculous. Don't act like that's not ridiculous.
These are Kingdom Hearts games?
Yes, these are all. I'm on the wiki right now. That's every Kingdom Hearts game. And then they have the nerve to say Kingdom Hearts 3. That's not the third game. Don't act like that's not ridiculous, Austin. Don't act like that's
okay.
I'm not.
AJ has a point. 1.5 and 1.5 and 2.5. They're actually collections and HD remasters of the first 2 games.
Yes.
They're just.
That doesn't make it okay.
I am not saying it easier is not ridiculous. I am saying that clearly Kingdom Hearts has tapped into the spinal fluid of something to get people to have that much buy-in.
Those who like it a lot.
No one else is able to do that shit at all.
That isn't
a game of service game. Like, I play Destiny enough to the point where I will not share my hours in Destiny. But it's a game of service game, right? Like, Kingdom Hearts is like you play the story, that's it. You want to go, like, collect everything, you do that, there's nothing else, that's it. But they got people out here, like, just in deep.
Going off on a tangent, did you see the Destiny 2, the Gjallarhorn blaster that Nerf put out?
Yes. Please do not ask me about if I will be getting it or not.
I didn't realize that Nerf had shells.
Nerf has a lot.
Not
Nerf,
darts. Shells.
Yeah, Nerf for nothing, alright? Nerf is in deep. They really got into it when they started doing that, like, Nerf zombie series. And ever since then they really dig in deep. I mean, there's like full Nerf clubs with like Nerf battles in colleges because they have just like weapons and arms and armaments. Like,
yes, Lynn, I saw the Nerf monster.
What the fuck is this?
What are we looking at?
I'm looking at the Bungie Rewards Nerf LMTD.
Oh, Gjallarhorn? Yeah.
Yeah, the
Gjallarhorn blaster.
Yeah, you can buy it if you unlock the rocket launcher in game, I think is what it is.
Limit 2 per order.
Yep. It's a collector's item.
I want this.
Well, get Destiny, get the anniversary collection, and then go get a Gjallarhorn, and then you can, and then get
You actually had to unlock it before July 7th.
Damn. And it's July 9th right now.
Yep.
Why do I have to play a stupid game to get a cool Nerf gun?
Because it's a collectible.
I want it though.
That's like Destiny's thing is they like to get physical ways to show off achievements in their fake video game, and it makes you feel very tied in that you have to do the things in the game to get the physical thing to show everyone what you did, and you can like relate to people when you go to conventions and when you're at the grocery store and when you're in Panda Express and when you get into a traffic accident and you're like, oh, you play
going to Panda Express. Yeah.
well, sometimes you go to Panic Express and get a minor traffic accident, and that same day you meet two people that also have the Year of Triumph shirt that you have, and instead you just talk about Destiny and no one calls the police.
I can't believe Destiny's doing well. Like, I feel like I'm about to get in trouble again. One of the worst things to happen to us as a people, as a society, is Destiny doing well. I hate games as a service. It ruins everything that I love.
Listen, I don't think that's Destiny's fault. People are doing it way before them.
Whichever one. Look, I feel like Destiny's the one that everybody points to. Like, it could be good. It could be good. Now. Look at Destiny. Like,
I feel like Destiny became the new kid on the block because there was a vacuum. Because for a long time it was like everyone was playing WoW or City of Heroes. I mean, people still City of Heroes to the point like people have dug up an old version of it where you can like get a launcher to make your computer act like an old computer to play it. People really got it. Like Destiny, I think, is what brought it to consoles, and console gamers are like a big base that didn't have that. They were people were playing. We were just all playing Halo 2. Like I was just playing Halo 2 with people, or forever. You played Halo 2 matchmaking. And there was no reason to. Like that kind of infrastructure wasn't built up before. And then the same company, Bungie, was like, people played the first Halo literally until they had to kick them out of the server. Mm-hmm. There was a group of people that had decided they would stay in a match forever so they couldn't close the server because they couldn't close it with them in it because it would have created an error state for their Xbox or something.
So I think I'm a little confused. Like I thought MMOs and games as a service were kind of different.
Are they different? To me, they feel the same.
I think you might be right. Because like I don't mind MMOs as much because it's like it's like it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be like you constantly pay in to be in an ever-changing world or whatever. But I feel like games as a service are like single player games that they just kind of threw online and then they make you pay for every little thing. Like the one that hurts me the most is the Avengers game. Which I feel like if the Avengers game was just a single player multiplayer game, it would be better because you get your costumes and everything by earning it in game. But because it's a game as a service, it's like it's not quite an MMO, but it's like an MMO light, and you have to pay for everything in it.
So I feel like Destiny is a reverse where it has MMO elements and it has like some game of service stuff. Because I don't really interact with the like microtransaction-y part of Destiny. I just like play the game and I do like the raids and the dungeons and like all that, and everything else I just kind of like. I think I've bought when they'll do charity stuff because Bungie is pretty good about that. So whenever they do like buy this shader and all the money goes to shit, like I'll buy that. I'm like I will give you $5 for this shader I'll never use for you to give the charity. But I don't really interact with like those other parts. But yeah, I know. Speaking of the Avengers game, I know you have other questions to me. The Avengers video game.
No, bring it on.
The base entry level story of like Kamala becoming a superhero is one of the best superhero stories ever told. Is in that video game. Anyone on the fence, go find a used copy of the Avengers game. Play the first story, like just the normal basic story. It is one of the best superhero stories ever told.
I've got another hot take. I feel like the story of Kamala Khan in the Avengers is far and away much better than the show. I kind of hate what they're doing in the show.
The show definitely has a lot of, I think, to me, the starkness between the first few episodes and the recent episodes of like, oh, some exec came in and was like, yeah, well, she's going to be in a movie, so like wrap this shit up. The
reason that I feel this way is I don't know much about like like Jinn and the relationship between Jinn and Muslims, but I've been listening to a couple of reactions from people that do know more about that. And it's troubling to them. And I'm like, if you're making a superhero to cater to a particular culture, then the onus is on you to be very careful with how you present that hero to them, especially in regards to that part of the culture. And the thing that makes it so terribly disappointing is like all the shit that they're doing that's making it very uncomfortable for their target demographic to enjoy it is shit that they added for the show that didn't have to be there because it was never originally part of her story. Like the Kamala Khan we get in the Avengers game is Kamala Khan. Like from her powers to how she got them all the way down. The Kamala we're getting in the TV show is...
It's like, I think, so here's my breakdown. I think Iman Vellani is acting her butt off.
Oh yeah, she's perfect.
I think every actor is performing well.
Yes.
I think the first like 3 episodes are pretty strong. I think when they have it shift to when she goes to see her family, I just forgot where they went.
I believe it was Pakistan.
Yeah.
Karachi City.
In Karachi. I think it feels very important, and I like a lot of the scenes. Like I like a lot of the scenes, but then you like put it together, and it's like it feels like they wanted to do more, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe the writers is like, I don't know, but to me I've been putting a lot of it on like the shoulders of like executives, like not giving them the episode or like wanting to add this or that in, because it feels like there's something there, and someone came through and was like, add this, you know,
like another chef came into the kitchen, kept adding things to the stew pot,
right? Of like all these things you want to hint at and show and do, and it just feels like it's almost like I'm glad she's getting a show because I feel like it's more in the brief, but then I'm like, man, I don't know, the first 3 episodes are so good. Maybe if it was just a movie, they would have just done the first 3 episodes and left it alone.
They have not justified changing her powers is the deal. And every opportunity that they have to enhance the character by making this change, instead they detract from the character and make it harder for the fans of the character to appreciate the character that they fell in love with. To the point
Morshadi,
where...
I'm sorry for spoiling things for you.
Oh no, I mean, we haven't touched on any story elements. It's been known that the character
their powers are different.
Yeah, that's true.
Please watch the show from your own opinion, Morshadi.
Absolutely. It's just they're bringing... The thing is, like, they're playing with a real culture and real beliefs. And my question is, would they do the same thing with Christianity? Is the deal. And like,
yeah, I mean, let's see how they treat Daredevil because we know Daredevil exists, right? Like, what will they do with Daredevil, for example, right?
Right,
is what you're saying,
right? Like, and again, I don't understand everything there is to the Islamic faith, but what I'm hearing is like they're touching on something that is slightly blasphemy, essentially. And like, I don't know that they do that with Christianity, so it feels a little disrespectful. And like, I like Kamala, but like, I'm not a huge Kamala fan, but I'm seeing huge Kamala fans being like really torn up about this. Like to the point where they're just like, because of some of the changes that they made, I can't adhere to my faith and cosplay Kamala because of what the show is alluding that she is now. So it's like, damn.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen fans that are both big fans and also are Muslim that have shared their thoughts. Like, I haven't seen anything like that, but I can't follow every
Werewolves
person in
in
the
chat
world.
and saying it's complicated, and
yeah. And so it's like, I think purely looking at the show, it definitely harkens to, they see a lot of, they want to get a lot out of like this show. And that's why I think, like, because some people I've seen voice like, why is there so much change in this and that other stuff? And I'm like, I think it's because Kamala Khan's so popular and also like checks a lot of boxes for him. And that's why I think there's probably a lot of overhead overlords like telling them what they have to do and can't do and have to add into their show, because again, like, me coming at it from a comic reader's perspective, like anyone who's comics noir, like, when a writer is like doing something and Marvel's like, hey, yeah, that guy's gonna become a god in Gods of Marvel 14 next summer, so you have to put in all this weird shit that the reader's gonna be like, why is all this in here? It feels like that when I watch a show of like, I'm watching a show and I'm like, I get it, she's gonna be in a movie, but this feels like so out of place and rushed to make sure she can go be in your movie.
Yeah.
Werewolf, I think, hit it on the head. Is like there's cultural elements being conflated with religious elements being conflated with personal beliefs, and there's a lot happening. To be frank, the show's doing too much with not enough time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think if this show had 3 more episodes, would a lot of this, at least a lot of the time constraint stuff, like how fast it feels, would like be gone.
I just personally, it's just like we wouldn't need to be having this conversation at all if they just didn't change the character. Like there's nothing that was gained by changing the characters. And I know that I'm saying that right now and there might be plans in the future, but like the only reason in my mind that makes sense as to why you change her powers is because it's very obvious that they're bringing in Reed Richards into the MCU, and she has powers very similar to Reed Richards. And people are like, well, they're a bunch of super soldiers and they have the same kind of powers, so that can't be the reason. It's just like, well, the only other reason is, well, you don't want to bring in Inhumans. Again. Because that's where she gets her powers from. But we just had an Inhuman in one of the latest Marvel movies. So that can't be the case. Like, look, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Inhumans show, and the appearance of a certain Inhuman in one of the latest movies out. It's just like, it can't be that either. So what the fuck? Maybe they already had enough
polybaths.
Not this. Quick, ask a different question.
We come full circle.
Oh, that, you know what? That's Erithos, that's the best way to end that conversation right there. All right. Here's our second question for you. You get to have any 5 people in the world that are alive right now at your table. You get to choose what game you play and who's the GM. Who you get? Oh, excuse me. Who you got at your table?
I want John Boyega.
Good call.
Lou Wilson.
Oh, good call.
Black Girl Mage Lexi McAdams.
Yes.
My mom. And
it's that last one that always sticks.
Yep, every time.
Every time.
I'm stuck between like 6 people.
Roll a d6.
Okay.
And pick off the list.
All right. The dice says 3, so that's Brennan Lee Monaghan.
Yeah!
I want Lexi to be the GM. And we would play... What would my mom like to play? We would play kids on brooms.
Nice.
I don't remember the rest of the question. I think that's all of it.
That's it.
Okay.
That was like the quickest and most concise answer I think that we've got.
Now the question is, who is your GM and what game are you playing?
The GM would be Lexi and we play kids on brooms.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. I feel that.
Black Girl Mage Summer.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna. I was literally like, it would have been cool if you had your mom GM.
I thought about it being my mom, but I was like, well, she hasn't played any like games, so I think it'd be fun to have her play. John Boyega's there just because I want to meet John Boyega. I have no idea if he likes playing games or not. He might hate playing games, but I'll find out.
I mean, like, yeah, I think John Boyega would kill it at the table.
I think so too. I think he would have a good time. I think we just doing some sort of charity game. And so I think just by that effect, he seems like someone he would like put his feet in it because it's for charity. So,
all right. So here's our next question that we ask everybody.
Okay.
You are God Emperor of the TTRPG community for one day. Finally. That's been the best response. This question. Yes, I've been waiting for this moment. You're God Emperor of the TTRPG community, meaning that with the snap of your fingers, you can make companies disappear and give all their power and clout to another company, or you can start up a company, or you can remove an actual play and create another one, or you can create rules and laws that must be adhered to in the space. So, hey Dave, what do you do with your 24 hours as God Emperor of the TTRPG community?
So I can do anything with the 24 hours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay. The first. Okay. They're probably not watching, right?
Hey, what do you mean they're not watching?
The first. Okay, I think the first thing I do is remove Wizards of the Coast from being owned by Hasbro.
I like it. Do you give them a new ownership, or do they get to be independent?
They get to just be independent, and they take all of that money that is being funneled to them to just do stuff not being underneath a giant company like Hasbro. Not that they are not also, they are a big company, but I think people in games sometimes don't think about like Hasbro's fucking sells G.I. Joes and Power Ranger toys, and I can't stress how no money like TTRPGs make to them compared to selling toys to kids.
Yeah.
And I think it shows in what feels like sometimes I know there's like tension between like community and the bigger companies and like resources, and feeling like they're like slow to move when they're like making changes, like the changes we saw in like Monsters of Multiverse, like ability score improvements and things like that the community's like, you're not gonna do it, and really like they're working on it, but they can't say it because they're under a big company like a Hasbro who is like not gonna let you say anything about any product ever until it's done.
Okay.
And I think that is not all of, but some of the tension that can be created when you are underneath someone like a Hasbro or a Mattel that's just like those bigger companies, like that's just how they run, and until there's some sort of society paradigm shift, they're going to keep getting run like that. And I don't think it's a slight on a company whatsoever, because like Hasbro puts out some of my favorite toys, some of my favorite games, some of my favorite shit. Hasbro, please call me. I'll do a whole fucking ad for you on my podcast. But I think them holding on to something like a game company that feels like a second thought just because it makes some money is something that could better everybody, or at the very least it would take away the guessing work of like, is that them or Hasbro? Because they could never like the head of D&D or whatever, or head of Wizards of the Coast could never fucking come out and be like, well, Hasbro made me do it. Like they could never say that, because Hasbro's like a real company and will bury them in shit and legalese and blacklist them from every company forever.
Yeah. I never thought about that, but it really is kind of, yeah. No, I like that.
What else would I do? Every single indie publisher gets their game funded. That's done. Here's your money. They no longer have to ask for money. What else would I do? Just games. Okay, I now get to make a Ninja Turtles and a Chuck E. Cheese TTRPG.
God damn it!
Of course, always with Chuck E. Cheese. Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Yeah, I won't be the designer for the Chuck E. Cheese TTRPG. I am the lead narrative designer, so I'm doing all the world building for the lore of this Chuck E. Cheese TTRPG you're gonna play in. I would be the head designer for a Sailor Moon RPG and the head designer for the Team and T RPG. I don't think I'd erase anything. I think no, that's a lie. What's the fucking the nasty Gygax son?
Oh,
Ernie.
His company's gone.
You mean TSR 2.0?
Yeah, whatever that one is. I was like, I know there's one who like is nice and there's one who's not nice.
Luke is nice, Ernie's not.
Luke is nice, yeah.
Yeah. Ernie's shit's fucked. It's gone.
The TSR Junior. Yeah, hell yeah.
I think that's all I would do. Chuck E. Cheese, I do have an idea for. Oh no, I would also fund my MCR RPG idea.
My Chemical Romance?
Yes, I have an MCR, a Chuck E. Cheese, a Team and T, and a Sailor Moon RPG ideas. I have one for each of those.
Oh, okay. I thought they were all together. I'm like,
yes.
No.
Yes.
Now I'm imagining a TTRPG mixing all those together.
That would just be some sort of like pop culture game, right?
I don't even know.
That would be me turning like what's the like there's like some kind of like trivia game, like board game.
Trivial Pursuit?
Yes, that'd be turning like Trivial Pursuit into a TTRPG. Where you like as you go through the Trivial Pursuit,
as you add pieces to your pie plate, your stats increase.
Yeah, your stats increase, and you're trying to become the high psychic mage of the land.
So I am very curious about your My Chemical Romance idea, because I also have a My Chemical Romance.
I know. I remember when you tweeted that, and I was like, I also have an idea. Wait. My idea for an MCR game would involve you moving. There's sort of tracks, and you can always take the mechanics and do whatever you want with them, but the world itself would be playing through the ideas your characters are trying to make it to paradise, as it were. And you start in the lowest pits. You start at like the first MCR area, you start in bullets, and you're making your way up to danger days. So you make it, you think you're in the world, and you're really just like you are like down, and it's like a I'm a therapist, like a fucking depression allegory. You're like in this darkness and you can't see the light. And when you make it out to the real world, you realize like a lot of people got dragged down there, and the world's been like turned into this authoritarian like hellscape that is like the Danger Days setting.
Okay, I love that. That's really freaking cool because you're encompassing their entire discography.
Yeah, absolutely would be their entire discography
Yeah.
as a setting, and you can pick which part of the layers you want to be in. But that would be my idea. I think it'd be cool to like do one for each.
An isekai.
God damn it!
All things I want to let everyone know. There's lots of ways to categorize the world. One of the fair ways to categorize all media is it or is it not an isekai? You could do that for literally
Isekai
anything.
Or isn't kai?
Okay. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is an isekai.
Correct.
I'm not coming back.
Dante's animatronic inferno.
No, yeah, with my My Chemical idea, it's strictly set in the world of the Black Parade.
That would be good. That's much more focused.
I love that concept album, and when I had the story broken down to me, I'm like, this is fucking incredible. So,
I think if I had to choose one, it would be Danger Days because laser guns.
Yeah,
but Bullets and Three Cheers being like a linked concept album, right, is cool because then you get like cool vampire end of the world story.
Yeah, like the as I understand it, the concept behind Three Cheers is so fucking sick. Where it's a continuation of Bullets, where this guy has to essentially kill a certain amount of people in order to get his love back.
Yep.
And then realizes that he got tricked and he's still going to hell. Like, oh, I love it. Anyway,
it's incredible.
I could gush about My Chemical Romance.
I fucking love. I have MCR tattoos. They are my favorite band of all time.
Hell fucking yes.
I remember I bought the Life Behind the Murder Scene documentary, and my mom looked at it in Target when I was like, "Can we get this?" And she looked at it, and I'm like, I gotta be like 13, and it's these two people covered in blood in wedding attire called Life on the Murder Scene. And she looks at me and she's like, "You're lucky it's My Chemical Romance. I know it's your favorite band." And that's when I knew, because I didn't understand that yet. And when she said it to me, I was like, oh my God, it is my favorite. Because for a long time I had a friend growing up who told me my favorite band was The Used, because MCR was his favorite band. Yeah. And so it couldn't be my favorite band. My favorite band had to be The Used. And I just told myself that. And it wasn't. It wasn't The Used at all. I thought The Used was just okay. But it was because like they made music together, and so it was like, oh yeah, we're like best friends, like, and so I told myself that, and then I realized it was My Chemical Romance, and that's a gift my mom gave me.
In chat, Aaron, that I love that story, and like I knew that it was my favorite. I knew that they were my favorite band because I was told not to bring that shit into the house, and I brought that shit into the house because I was like, not gonna tell me what to do, Dad. It's not a phase, Dad. But in chat, Erithos goes, I totally thought y'all said My Cubicle Romance as an office building TTRPG.
That would be great.
And like, that's all I want to do is develop My Cubicle Romance. Like,
that would be an incredible game. And it frankly has a place being set in the MCR canon. So there's a whole like 2 or 3 songs about like office buildings getting shot up, so you can 100% be the worker, be the character from Bullets when they're still in the office building.
Do you know what they do to guys like us in Zoom calls? So I love that you guys.
Dry
All
away.
right.
I got some pitches for you for some new songs. Okay.
Can we please like make an official like My Chemical
Listen,
Romance TT?
I believe it is possible because the person who did the dope ass fan release MCR pins now does official band art for them. All listen, and the whole time she fucking dogged on their shit. It reminded me of like, this is something that happened to Noir. Noir would just fucking dog on this Marvel game, and they'd hire Noir to make a battle mo because she dogged on their band, she dogged on their t-shirt, she dogged on their poster, she dogged on. She's like, this shit's fucking garbage, and now she's their official artist.
Yeah. Also, like, they've started making binders because of the same thing. Because people were like, "Why don't you have binders, you scrubs?" And they're like, "We don't know what we're doing. Help!" Like, I love them so much. All right, really quickly, we got to get to another question that we ask everybody, which is, if you've been in the TTRPG community for long enough, you've probably had the displeasure of sitting at a table with a black hole of fun. Somebody who is just awful, that if they were yeeted into the sun, your enjoyment of the table would increase by tenfold. So, Austin, I have to ask you, have you played with a that guy?
I have multiple times, actually. For a while I was in a camp. I've had multiple one shots with different that guys, and I was in a campaign for a while with that guy. So which one do you want? Because I have a lot. I guess which one sticks out to me?
Yeah, I was about to say, which one, just thinking about it, pisses you off the most?
So I was in a campaign, and it's still a campaign I like miss. I miss the character I played. It ended because of COVID, essentially. We met up a few times once like everyone's all vaccinated, like because we play in person here as like a private home game. There were, at the height, there was like 8 of us. So online was like no one seemed interested. Because I started running stuff online. I was like, we could do I wasn't the GM, but we do online, but people didn't have energy for it. Didn't seem like it was going to work out. So we, summer came and everyone was vaccinated. So we like played. One of the people had like an outdoor gaming space. So like, we can play there. Like it all works out. And it was, but it was this guy who. The issue is like there was more than one of them. I'm trying to focus in on one. It was.
Hey, it could be those guys. This is a flexible segment.
One of them, I can just say, like, I understand we all come with different stuff. Some people have an issue being like focusing, concentrating, and that is all fair and valid. But if you're going to be in a social setting, like playing a game where we kind of need everyone to like focus as best they can, it would help me if it felt like you were like trying, because like you're like a physicist and dad by day, and like I've been to your house, like your kids are like it is like clearly not like how to focus when it's important. Like you're showing me your experiment you're doing on like literally particles, so I know that you can turn like focus when you need to. So it feels like here you're not invested, which is rough when like I'm invested and I would like to play this game, but then it gets to your turn and you're like, you ask us what's happening, and it's like, well, we've been playing for an hour and a half. What do you mean? But then you have the flip side of like, now you're engaged and you want to be in every scene at once, when it's like, well, you said you were going to stay on the boat. I'm in town. Like, I'm in town doing my things. Like, well, I would have gone with you. That seems like you, the person, want to be there because something cool is happening, but your character just said, like they want to be either not in anything and unengaged to the point where like it's 5e, so you get to combat and it's your turn and you're like, you don't know what's going on. It's like, well, okay, and you're a spellcaster, like, whoa, we're going to be here 2 hours. Or you want to be in absolutely every RP scene, which slows everything down because you can't be everywhere at once. and also like let someone else do something.
Yeah.
The other person was like, I love a good rules lawyer. Never, hey you, never start your 5e game without your rules lawyer present.
If you're a rules advocate,
make sure you have your attorney present at all 5e.
If your GM asks, are you sure you want to do that? Please refer to your rules advocate before answering.
Sorry, I need to consult my attorney.
Do that congressional.
Are you sure?
What's that?
Well, 1 second. Wait. What? Am I sure? Hold on. What can I do again? Please consult them. They can be an ally and a friend, but sometimes they are there to tell the teacher you had homework, and it's annoying. It is just like so. When the GM makes a call, like it's done.
Right.
Yeah.
If the GM says, I still have haste on, why are you arguing that I don't have haste? Why are you telling we're in the same team? What are you doing? And so that was my first interaction with someone that was like that about rules. And so in my head, all people with rules were like that and were bad. Until I saw Abria on the 7 and use the powers for good. To be like, actually, Brennan, you couldn't do any of that shit to us, and we're all still okay. And I was like, you can use this power for good? When Abria's like, actually, I can't be surprised, and actually, they can't get sneak attack.
The alert feat.
Yeah. I was, until I saw that happen, I was like, I didn't realize you could use that power for good, because I'll see stuff all the time, and just be like, I don't want to be, I don't want to be annoying. Because my interaction with that was someone who's just like, I'm going to tell everyone how to play their character sheet, essentially. And that is like, please, sir, if you could read your book and not my book. Why are you need to, like, I know my shit. Please leave me alone. And just
God,
like,
I just got triggered. Like, you just activated a memory from me that I forget. Oh, please keep going.
It was just an issue with that, an issue of like not wanting to engage with role play and just wanting to, it's like always meta talking of like what we should do. And it's like, well, okay, but like what would my character, I was like, I know that going into this cave or whatever is a bad fucking idea, but my character is curious about this voice we keep hearing, someone gonna go in the cave. Like, I can't stress enough, I understand this cave is super cursed. 100% some devil's gonna walk out and drop kick me in the chest. But but what if they don't?
Let me do the bad idea.
Yeah, like, why are you trying to convince me, Austin, not do the bad idea? Me, Austin, would never go in a dark cave. Do you see how black I am? There's no way I'm going into a cave that is whispering to me. There's no way. I'm never in a million years. It could be like,
you're black and funny. You're fucked in a horror situation.
Like, I'm done. Absolutely. That's why I have.
Let me live my fantasy.
People always say I have last girl energy, and I was like, no, I'm first girl because I'm leaving. I'm not in the movie. The credits roll, credits start, and the cabin is like, and I'm like, I'm going home.
You're saying goodbye to your friends as they leave to the cabin.
Yeah, they're like, you want to go to the cabin in the wood? There's going to be no cell phone internet. It's like, that sounds like a bad fucking idea. You have a good time. I will be here where it's normal.
Let me tell you how not final girl energy I am. I didn't get casted for the movie. That's how safe I'll keep in my black cat.
I won't be.
Did you even audition?
Yeah. My friends are always like, Austin, if there's a horror movie, we have to just follow you on. I was like, I can't stress enough that when you're like, let's go to the mansion, I'm not there. I'd say, I don't know if you should go there. That sounds like the haunted mansion. I don't think we should go.
Austin is in the cold open and nowhere else.
Austin is the narrator.
I told they asked not to go. I'm the friend they ask at the end in the news segment when everyone dies. Everyone's like, oh, the movie's a fucking twist. There's no final girl, and they find me from the cold open. Everyone's like, oh shit, and it's like I'm on this like, listen, I miss him, but I told they asked not to go. I told him. Probably some demon. And they're like, no, we think it was a murder. Nah, probably a demon. I told him not to go. Anyway, you should stop. I don't want to talk about this anymore because I'll get cursed too, so get the fuck out of my house.
That's how all my friends died, and I made new friends who aren't foolish.
I have a friend hell-bent on finding something cursed, and I was like, I cannot trust you enough that we will never talk again. The moment you like tell me you heard some shit in your house, don't call me, don't text me, don't come to my spot. I don't want to have lunch. I don't want to have dinner. We are done. We are done. I'm done. Done.
There's a TikToker I love that just watches videos of like white people like digging up old stuff. Just put it back. Put it back.
What is wrong with you? They're like, oh, I found this locked box in the wall in my house and I opened it. Why?
I found this Bible that is in a bag in a box hidden under a floorboard in my attic.
Yeah, leave it.
Put it back. Put it back.
I was in the woods and I found this cave, and inside the cave there was this tin can that had a cross in it.
What? I mean, like, I know we're sidestepping the bad guy shit for a second here, but what the fuck is wrong with white people? Like,
they ain't got. They have. Okay. All right. I need to know. I need to know. What is it in someone's brain that overrides the urge to live? That is the urge of, like, I'm curious about a lot of shit all the time, and you know, like I'll wonder. But
We
what
have no
overrides?
other natural predators. We gotta take ourselves out.
Like, that's a flex.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I got a lot of shit I worry about taking me out all the time that I'm just like, not even like it could be cursed. Like, I don't know. This could be some old white guy's. This could be some old white rich guy's fucking like favorite whiskey, and then I'll go to jail for it. So I'm not gonna open it. Like,
I wonder what happens if I mouth kiss this mummy. Like, just chill, yo.
It's the privilege of assumed safety. That's right, Nathan.
that's wild. That is insane. You know what? That makes so much sense, though.
No, that other TikToker is good. There's a Hispanic people against spooky stuff.
It's spooky. It's so wild to me, because like one of these days, like I believe that there is magic in the world. Like, I believe magic exists.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you got to really earn it. And I think that I think that the people that are into with that kind of shit do a really good job of like making sure that it's low key.
Mm-hmm.
But one of these days, some Nathan
Kyle Samuelson the third.
No offense to you, Nathan, dueling chat, but like one of these days, we gonna get taken out by some guy named like Mark. Mark's gonna open the wrong book.
Some Chadwick is gonna just fuck things up for all of us.
It's gonna be
Jason.
Listen, some motherfucker named Kyle James is gonna find a door in his house that is inexplicably locked, and like
we're gonna get fucked over by Jeffrey.
Listen, you know how I know this? Because I have a friend right now, right, like 5 minutes away. He lives from me. He bought a house, and in his house there is a giant wall safe built into the wall of his house. And the realtor is like, "Yeah, this safe comes with it. We can open it if you want." And he said, "Absolutely not." And that friend is not white, and that's because I know, because I was there, and one of our white friends was like, "We should try and open it," and everyone else's person kind of looked at him and was like, "What are you fucking talking about? No, we shouldn't." That is down there, and whatever is in it is nice and locked away, and that's where it's staying. But then I have a white friend there's a lockbox. It built into the floor of their bathroom in their apartment.
Hi.
It was just like a little diary lock, and they're like, I bet I could break it. And I was like, I promise you, if you break it, I will never step foot in this building again. Whatever is locked in their way is nice and safe and meant to be there, so you should leave it.
I bet I could break it. Like, why would you want to do that to our friendship? I thought we were cool.
Like, what do you mean? What could be in there that is meant for you? Like, what is in there that you want? Nothing. Leave it. I own a house right now, and my basement is like, you open a trap door and you got to go down there to get to the furnace and shit. And down in there's like a weird half door, and people are like, have you been there? It's like, no, I haven't been there. There's fucking nothing in there for me. There's nothing in there for me. That door is locked. That door is locked, and it's not for me.
But I think that's the mindset. Like, you and I, like, we see a book with locks hidden away in a safe in a hidden room of a house, and we're like,
not for me.
That is somebody who put a lot of work into making sure that I don't have a problem today. But I feel like there are some people that look at that and go, oh, somebody really put in a lot of work to make sure that I'm the one that gets to
yeah, like I'm the chosen one, and it's like, I will. If I'm a chosen one, I have missed my story, because there's no fucking way that shit's for me. I will be continuing my normal life. Thank you.
Listen, if I see an owl flying at me with a letter, I'm shooting it. I'm letting y'all know
that is why I love Misfits and Magic so much, because that owl came at Jammer and Sam, and they're both like, this owl's trying to square up.
We trying to fight. Like, I'm not. Listen, I feel bad for I feel bad for the world if I am the chosen one, because we just fucked.
I won't be doing it.
Listen, I go into the woods and a fox starts talking to me, I'm gonna think, what did I smoke? And I'm going walk the other direction.
I am going the other way as fast as possible.
Like, I'm trying to think of any situation in any chosen one type story where I would be on board. It's never gonna happen. If a droid comes up and there's a hologram that, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope. Well, like,
I ain't Obi-Wan.
Let's delete that message. I got a cool new droid. That's awesome.
Listen, some fucking old grizzled wizard finds me and is like, I need you to journey with me to a lake where Maiden's gonna throw a sword. He was like, you sound out of your damn mind. What are you talking about?
Like,
I'm not going with you.
Moisten bent lobbed a scimitar at you.
If I see a lady's arm with a sword coming out the fucking lake,
I'm calling the Coast Guard. Oh, there's a lady.
I'm going home. And I'm wishing her the best. I hope she got scuba gear, because she was down there for a while.
I'm gonna tweet about it. I'm gonna fucking tweet about it. Like, damn, there was a really dope ass LARP going on today. I don't know who it was for. There's a lady with a sword. I think she thought I was the Q. I was just walking, but I don't know. Does anyone know about that LARP? Were you in it? It seemed dope. I must have missed the sign up.
We never gonna be shit. We ain't never gonna save the world. It's never happening.
Free sword.
Won't be me.
Counterpoint, free sword.
Free curse.
You know what? Hey, listen, I could use my adult money to get a sword and not.
You said it. You said it right there. Like, or I could just fucking go online. Like, Google.
All that's gonna happen is I see it and I'm like, you know what? I should buy a sword.
If Bilbo wasn't like, he'd have damn bolted the door and not answered those doors. Listen to me.
A little gaggle of people roll up to my house, knock on the door, like, let us in. Like, you absolutely not. What do you mean?
Gandalf come to me and go, keep it secret, keep it safe. I'm going, no. Fuck you. You the wizard. Listen, you got two choices. You the wizard. Either you take this ring, or I promise you, I'm throwing it in the garbage, and I'm taking the garbage out, and it's no longer my problem. So,
I think I try and put myself in the headspace of like, someone trusts you with a magical artifact that could destroy the world, and the only thing I can think is like, if it can destroy the world, shouldn't we just get rid of it? Why did you come to me at all? Why didn't you already get rid of this?
And the logic behind Gandalf's actions are like, Hobbits are pure of heart. They have a special resistance to the ring. Motherfucker, you can conjure magic. I don't give a shit how good my heart is bad. I got high blood pressure. Take this fucking ring from me, because I'm not doing it. I'm not keeping.
Like, what do you like? It's also like, you brought this to me, yes, and you didn't use it, yes. So by that logic, aren't you a much better person to keep it secret and safe? Yeah, but I'm like people like know me. Okay, why don't you go into hiding? Why are you fucking up my day? This seems like a you
fucked up. Like, and I think another thing is like, when you are a minority in this country in particular, like, you already feel like there are eyes watching you all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can't keep shit secret or safe, Gandalf. Like, if I walk outside, it just takes one hobbit to go, hey, what are you doing out? And I'm fucked. So,
listen, I play music too loud one night on a school night, and they are in my house already.
Ray Grace up my ass.
I ain't even gotta have the ring. They're just like, yeah, I don't know that one. Let me.
I feel like he's got something on him, like something. We need to pat him down.
Poor Frodo picked it up, and Gandalf was all no take backsies.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining Lord of the Rings, but the hobbits are black in America. Like, it's just
they caught he leaves it with Frodo. And he fucking like jaywalks, and someone's like, "Hey, where you going so fast?"
Hey, boy.
Jesus Christ.
But anyways,
I think
let people do the bad ideas, unless I don't
yes,
know
please,
where we
coming
even
back,
went here.
please. Yes,
no
please.
Rings.
If you are playing a TTRPG and someone is doing something that seems inexplicably bad, your only job is, if it's a new player who may not be aware of rules, is to let them know, like, there are ways how they could investigate it, besides just being clear of, like, I want to pick it up, and being clear, like, hey, you know, there are like a lot of ways to figure out what things are in this game you're playing that you may not be aware of. And if they say, yes, I'm aware, I want to pick it up, you say, okay, I just wanted to make sure that you knew there are many tools at your disposal. Because sometimes people don't know. But when someone explains to you they do know, maybe stop fucking telling them not to go into the cave.
Exactly. Chat is just fucking Nope of the Rings, directed by Jordan Peele. Frodo fucked this shit back.
I think in this setting that Samwise Gamgee, instead of being, is Frodo's best friend still, but it's the best friend from Get Out, and he's not in the movie because he doesn't go.
I told you not to take that ring.
He shows up at Mount Doom at the end, and Frodo's like, where is? I told you not to take that ring.
If we take another step, I'll be as far from home as I've ever been. So I'm going back home. I'll talk to your ass later. Okay. I think that's as wonderful a spot to land this plane as possible. So
absolutely.
I'm here for it.
Thank you so much for joining us again, Austin.
Thanks for having me.
This is it feels good to be back.
Mountain Doom. I hate you, Arathos.
God
but
damn.
I adore you.
I've been one of your hosts, Noir. I go like eBay. You can find me all over the internet as TheNoirEnigma. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. You can find me later today for our series finale of Eden Grange over on Roll For It. Where it's our Good Society game, and we'll see how everybody recovers from the marriage proposal from last week. It'll be fun. I know I've got other stuff to announce, but I'm still thinking about Nope of the Rings. Also, yeah, we're doing Morning Ritual live at Gen Con. We've got a fantastic panel of guests lined up. We've got Latia Bryant. We've got Omnis X. We've got Katie Osiris. We got Burrito. It's gonna be just a good ass time all the way around. So please, if you are going to Gen Con, feel free to join us. But that's me. We'll passing
There's
it
the
on.
link in chat if you want to sign up.
Passing it on to our other host.
Hi, I'm Anita, or Panita, or Critical Misses. You can find me everywhere online at Panita or at Critical Misses. I'm a TTRPG streamer, graphic designer, producer, and cat mom about the space. You can find me next Mondays with Noir over on Q Time's channel for our Star Wars Age of Rebellion game, Ember Squad. I play Myth Trutal, our Bothan analyst, and Noir plays Stucky O'Hara, our ace pilot. And other than that, this Friday coming up is our series finale for our Star Trek game, The Lost Frontier. We are just about to go face off in a big old epic spaceship battle. We'll see how she goes. Other than that, you can find us here next week for Morning Ritual, and our guest next week is Zerjester. Yeah. That's it. Austin, why don't you tell everybody who you are, where folks can find you, and the wonderful things you do.
Hey everybody, I'm Austin. My pronouns are he, they, she. You can find me over on Twitter at SailorSctAustin. That's at SailorSctAustin. Because spelling out Scout all the way is too many characters for Twitter.
It's true.
I am a game designer, narrative designer, game performer, player friend. You can find me on Transplanar RPG I don't think my episode's today. Every other Saturday, we pre-record, but I'm cast member Transplanar RPG. It is every other Saturday right here on Twitch, Transplanar RPG at 8 Eastern. You can find me on Monday over at Frozen Roll Dice at 9 p.m. Eastern as a cast member over there. Playing Mind and the Martyr. Both of those are 5e games. That is all I have going on right now. I am a designer for Kids in Capes. I'm working with MCDM. I have some other stuff going on. I'm a cast member for the Strix, which will be over on Black Girl Mage's channel when it is done. Which is yeah, Lexi's great. It's been great making the show. Can't wait for people to see it when we're all done recording and whatnot. Other than that, I don't have anything else I can announce. I signed some NDAs yesterday, so I hope it'll be out soon, but otherwise just follow me on Twitter. You'll see stuff as I can talk about it.
Heck,
I want to be in the Strix so bad.
Listen,
too cool.
I don't know how I got lucky enough to be at Lexi's table with people like CJ and Sam and Liv and Wally.
No, right?
But Izzy, who's fine.
I'm gonna bribe my way in. Watch. I'm gonna take out the competition.
But I'm just happy to be there. I'm sure, and hopefully no one one day looks at me and realizes I'm there and kicks me out.
I'm going at somebody's ankles to get in.
People who don't know, StrixU is a Strixhaven campaign that is as modeled as a HBCU, and it's been a lot of fun making. Go to Lexi's Twitter, Black Girl Mage, and it was their pin tweet. I don't know if it is now. It's not my Twitter, but there's a cute little trailer out there. Just search StrixU. I'm pretty sure it's the only one.
All right. I'm going after CJ's ankles. Apparently, let's go.
Listen. I'm not involved in that.
Heck yeah. All right,
Hell
everybody. We're gonna go on a raid. Who we raiding, folks? Who we gonna say hi to?
I believe Omnis is live. Let's see about Omnis X is live. So why don't we go show some love to our Gen Con live panelists as they are playing Hollow Knight right now.
Heck yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go spread some love over there. Go give Omnis a follow.
Hell yeah.
He's good people and deserves a bunch of support. And But we love you all. We'll talk to you all next week. And I guess until next time, the ritual has concluded. Bye, everybody.
Bye.